Good morning from London. Good morning from Dr. Dermot Hudson, Chairman of the UK Korean Friendship Association and official delegate of the Korean Friendship Association, also Chairman of the Duke Idea Study Group of England, and President of the Association for the Study of Song and Politics. I'm going to say a few words about the very successful KFA International Meeting that was held last weekend. That is the weekend of the 16th of November in Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark. And I was there as the official delegate of the Korean Friendship Association for the UK. The meeting was attended by delegations from Denmark, Greece, Germany, Switzerland, and Romania, and a number of speeches were sent in by other KFA branches, such as Singapore. I greatly enjoyed the meeting. It was a real buzz, very inspiring, absolutely great to meet KFA delegates from other countries and to network with them and to have some uh, discussions within the meeting and on the sidelines of the meeting as well. And as I say, it was interesting to see Denmark, though not too impressed with EasyJet or the hostel that I stayed in, but that's another story. Uh, Comrade Alejandro Caldebenos, the president of the Korean Friendship Association, sent a speech to the meeting. And the reason he did that was because he is actually prevented from traveling to meetings of the Korean Friendship Association and indeed from traveling to the DPRK because 3 years ago, some false charges were leveled against him by the fascist reactionary Spanish authorities, and a Spanish court confiscated his passport and denied him the right of travel. And of course, from anti-DPRK people, we hear a lot of rubbish about, they don't have any freedom to travel in the DPRK. This is terrible. But our KFA president, Comrade Alejandro, has had his right to free travel denied to him. I mean, this is a real violation of human rights by the imperialists. And I was very glad that the meeting adopted a resolution calling for Alejandro's full acquittal and the restoration of his right to travel. Alejandro sent us a very good speech to the meeting in which he said that People's Korea is the most democratic country in the world, and he related some stories about President Kim Il sung and how President Kim Il sung went really deeply amongst the people. There were a number of other truly excellent and inspirational speeches. I would mention the speech of KFA Greece and KFA Switzerland. And in my speech, I talked about the efforts made by the great leader, President Kim Il sung, for raising the living standards of the ordinary people. And, he achieved some very impressive things, like increasing wages by 43% back in 1992. We heard at the meeting about how KFA is expanding rapidly with new delegations and branches springing up all over the world. We heard from KFA Scandinavia about a joint venture project that they'd conceived, even had a model of it as well. In the evening, we went for a good meal, and then the next day, we saw the sights of Denmark, or I should say Copenhagen. Very interesting city, very, very historic. We were able to see the parliament and the royal palace from the outside, I would add. Uh, so it was a very interesting time. Some really great discussions on the sidelines of the meeting. I was in the same hostel as some of the KFA delegates, and we all had breakfast together. And we concluded that the DPRK will always uh, survive and exist as a socialist country, even if the rest of the socialist countries collapse and disappear. And we discussed work for carrying forward the message of KFA to people. The Korean Friendship Association itself was founded 19 years ago in Spain. It's going to celebrate its 20th anniversary next year. There'll be a international meeting in November next year. We confirmed details of it nearer the time. I would say, in conclusion, great meeting, great time in Denmark. The Korean Friendship Association, KFA, does what it says on the tin and defends people's Korea with no ifs or buts. It's unconditional defence. We don't issue half-hearted statements or wishy-washy statements. We bang it on the line and defend the DPRK. This video is also going to be uploaded on the UK KFA channel as well. Please subscribe to both my channel, Songan 007, and to UK KFA. Please come to our events. Thank you for watching.